Greetings, friends. Prepare for another thrilling journey as we delve into Reddit's most bizarre tales. We're plunging deep into the quirkiest corners of the web. Grab your popcorn and join us on this adventure. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Let's begin. I was in a 15-year marriage with my now ex-wife. We met as teenagers and truly loved each other. She was kind, funny, and easygoing. Coming from a lower-class background, we worked hard together to build a comfortable life for ourselves and our children. We bought property, established successful careers, and traveled the world. She never criticized me. We never argued. Nothing. She treated me like a king, and I treated her like a queen. At least, I hope I did. Then she joined a gym in Northern California. She urged me to join her, but I was too preoccupied with work and other commitments, so I encouraged her to go alone. She was determined to lose the pregnancy weight from our last child. She had always been lean throughout our relationship, so I think the weight made her self-conscious. She started going to the gym every day. Everything seemed fine for the first 6 months or so. Then, one day, she came home and told me that one of the male personal trainers had offered her a free session and asked if I was okay with it. I said yes, and she went. She then told me she was going to do a 30-session transformation package with him. I was still okay with this. Keep in mind, we had never had an argument in our entire marriage. I had no reason not to trust her. A few sessions in, I started to notice changes in her. The way she talked, walked, styled her hair, and dressed. It was startling. 3 months later, she told me she had developed feelings for her trainer and wanted to separate. I couldn't believe what she was saying. I couldn't recognize the woman in front of me. It was almost like he had put a spell on her. The words she was saying, her energy, the look in her eyes, I couldn't recognize her. The woman I had known since we were kids. At first, I fought for her, but it was clear she was determined to pursue this man, so I agreed to separate. She entered a relationship with this guy. About 6 months later, I started seeing more changes in her. She became withdrawn, frightened, and had started gaining a significant amount of weight. Her mental health had deteriorated quite significantly. I then discovered that the man had been threatening her for money, blackmailing her with intimate images, and had asked her to sign over one of our homes to him to prevent him from going public with her affair with him. I put affair in quotations because I knew about him, and she had been quite upfront about the whole thing. She had audio of these interactions, so I knew it was true. She even told me he had been sexually abusive. She had already given him a substantial amount of money by the time I found out about this. I told her to go public with her relationship with him to take away his leverage and cut ties. She did. We later found out that the guy had an extensive criminal history and had done similar things to other women before. I was angry for a long time. This happened 2 years ago, and I stopped talking to her for a while. She went into a deep depression and ended up in a facility for a short period. She was unfit to work, gained 100 kg, and stopped leaving her home. 2 years on, I can truly say I have moved on from it all. I don't hate my ex-wife. I am okay with how our marriage ended, and I am ready to look for love. I am in great shape, my finances are solid, and I am pretty happy. My ex-wife is still in a poor state. We are friends, and despite all these issues she has picked up, we co-parent well together. My feelings have changed from anger to sympathy. I looked at all her messages, and not that it's an excuse, but I can see that the guy really manipulated her. I feel sadness for her. I doubt she will move on from this. Should I help her?